In today's video, I will introduce you an online prediction tool for COVID-19, which is available at this website. It is based on my recent research with my colleague Dr. Hemant Ishwaran at the University of Miami. I will first give you a short description of our model, and then we will go through the website together. Here is the prediction part of our website. First, we should be clear what is predicted. We are primarily considering the number of infectious cases across town. It is not confirmed new cases, since previously confirmed cases could be also infectious across town. It is not total confirmed cases either, because previously confirmed cases could be dead or cured across town. So we take into consideration of both dead and cured cases. Three parts compose the infectious cases across town. Here I use subscript D to denote infectious duration. The first part is newly infected cases, which is here. The second part is previously infected cases, which is here. And the last part is imported cases, which is here. The number of infected travelers from other areas. To better understand the equation, we can think of summarizing all the infectious cases according to their infectious duration. Here I use different colors to distinguish cases with different infectious duration. Newly infected cases will have infectious duration 1, which is marked in this blue square, and previously infected cases will be in this pink square. When moving from day t to day t plus 1, the number of newly infected cases is the number of the total infectious cases on day t times the reproduction number, which can be interpreted as average number of people an infectious person can communicate on day t. When we consider this reproduction number, we have taken into account of the percentage for uninfected people. For example, if the population are all infected, of course the reproduction number will be 0. The reproduction number is determined by the value of RT, which represents the strict level of containment measures. In this plot, the red color shows a containment strategy of a constant strict level, whereas the blue color shows a containment strategy of adaptive strict level. Even they have the same overall strict level, these two strategies could make a difference on the dynamic of infectious cases. When moving from day t to day t plus 1, infection duration move from D to D plus 1. In the meanwhile, cases are dead or cured with the percentage depending on their infectious duration. Mortality rate and cure rate are modeled through a competing rates survival analysis. We are mimicking a new drug is available in scenario B, where you can see that the mortality rate in scenario B is 2%, which is less than that in scenario A. Also, patients get cured earlier in scenario B. The infectious durations for initial and imported cases are simulated from a Poisson distribution with mean lambda. Now let me introduce you our COVID-19 prediction website. When you open the website, there are 3 parts. On your left, this is the input part where you can input different parameters. On your right, first you can see the descriptions of all the parameters you're going to input, and below that is the prediction part where you can check all the parameters and all the prediction results. So far, there are 2 versions of language in our website, English or Chinese. So when you go to our website, if you choose Chinese, for example, you can see that all the descriptions are in Chinese and all the results will be in Chinese too. There are three groups of parameters for you to input. The first group of parameters are disease-related, which is from here to here. The first parameter we're going to input is M value, which is the length of infectious period. Here you can see that we have two scenarios where in scenario B, the M value is smaller, but we can change this value, and after you change it, you can check the result. Then you can see that both of the two scenarios have the same length of infectious period. The second parameter we're going to input is M deaths, which is the mortality rate within M days. It is also shown in figure 2 and figure 1. So basically within M days, M deaths percentage of patients will be dead, while 1 minus M deaths patients will be cured. So here we can see that in scenario B, mortality rate is lower, but we can change this predict. So you can see that scenario B now also have the same mortality rate within M days, which is 4%. But you can see that the distribution of mortality rate and cure rate are still different, because the other four parameters, mu cure, sigma cure, mu death, and sigma death, which determine the shape of the mortality rate and cure rate, where you can say that in scenario B, patients tend to be cured or dead earlier. Well, in scenario A, the cure times and the death times are more variable. The next group of parameters are people-related, which are basically number of population, initial infectious cases, imported cases, and imported dates. People-related parameters are from P-pop to imported cases, which is down to here. So from top to here. The first parameter we're going to input is P-pop, which is the number of uninfected population. We assume infected cases won't get infected again. For example, here is the population of Miami-Dade County. However, if we are in the middle of a very serious outbreak where 1 million population are already infected, you can change this number from 2.8 million to 1.8 million. The second parameter is P1, which is initial infectious cases. So basically on day 1, we have 200 infectious cases. The next parameter is lambda, which is the average infection duration for initial cases and reported cases. Here basically the input assumes the initial cases and reported cases have been infected for 16 days on average. The next group of parameters are related to imported cases. The first input is the dates for the imported cases, and the next input is the number of imported cases. These inputs assume on day 15, 29, 48, and 63 there are 2, 4, 2, and 4 imported cases. Here is a prediction. So if we change the imported cases from 2 to 20,000, then we hit predict. Then you can see the jump in the infectious cases and the jump in the dead cases. last parameter is related to containment policy. We have to input this number RT across time. Input RT here on the bottom, which will be shown on the right part here. Smaller number of RT means stricter containment measures. We can change this RT number weekly, where we repeat the last number till the end of the prediction. Here we predict 112 days, so basically we repeat the last input till the end, where you can see that in scenario A, we have a constant street level of containment measures, where scenario B, the RT value changes adaptively. When manipulating these inputs, I suggest you to change those parameters once at a time. For example, if we change the survival curves for the two scenarios into the same level, now the distributions of mortality rate and cure rate in the two scenarios are the same. The only difference is containment policy, where you can see that overall the two scenarios have the same street level. However, scenario A have a constant street level, where in scenario B the street level is adaptive. Then you can say that in scenario B, adaptive policy achieves less infectious cases, less death cases. Now let's use the same containment measure. Everything's supposed to be the same. But we change the shape of the mortality rate. For example, in situation B, we let infectious individuals get cured and dead earlier. Even they have the same mortality rate, we can say that in scenario B, we have less infectious cases. This is all my introduction for this website. Last but not least, I want to show you a video.
New York's hospitals are already stretched thin, which is why yesterday, and it is shocking to see, the city began setting up a field hospital for coronavirus patients in Central Park. The Central Park Hospital is just like a regular hospital, except after your doctor treats you, you really should put $1 in his guitar case. It's just nice. Of course, this is a tough time for New York's doctors, nurses, medical technicians, and the maintenance staff. They're working inhuman hours under terrible conditions to save our lives. So every night at 7 p.m., to show their appreciation, New Yorkers have done this.